If you are looking for a simple guide to keyword research, then this is the video for you. Over the course of this video I am going to show you 5 simple steps for carrying out keyword research, which will result in you having a campaign ready set of keywords for an AdWords campaign. The 5 simple steps are as follows. Firstly, we're going to show you how to use the Google AdWords Keyword Planner to find new keywords. This is a tool that you can use in Google AdWords which shows you keywords that people are searching for. The second step is, once you have a list of keywords, is refining your keyword selection. When using the Google AdWords Keyword Planner, you will have a list of maybe 100, 200, 300 keywords, and we do not recommend that you use all of these keywords. You will need to remove some of the keywords which are less relevant to your business so that you are left with a refined list of keywords. Next, you will need to group your words by topic. Grouping these words by topic will mean that you can create ad groups, which is an important feature of AdWords. By having keywords grouped together in specific topics, you can create highly relevant ads for each of those keyword groups. Next, we will learn about keyword match types. These are a keyword setting that you can apply, and understanding the different ways that the keyword match types works is an important part of running an AdWords campaign. Number 5, we will organise your keywords into a campaign ready format. By the end of this video you will have a campaign with ad groups and a set of keywords which you can use for your AdWords campaigns. Keyword research is one of the most important, valuable and high return activities in the search marketing field. Keyword research is where we use tools available to us to find out the search volumes of keywords that we want to appear for on Google. So, step 1 for Google keyword research. Now that we've logged into our Google AdWords account, we're going to click on the wrench icon in the toolbar at the top of the page. Then we're going to choose Keyword Planner. So the first time you use Google Keyword Planner, you may see this message pop up, which is basically some instructions and some more information on how to use the Keyword Planner. Feel free to read through this if you'd like, however for now I'm going to select Go to Keyword Planner. So at this stage you've got 2 different options, Discover New Keywords and Get Search Volume and Forecasts. The Discover New Keywords is, as it suggests, a way to find new keywords. The Get Search Volume and Forecast is, if you have a list of keywords, you can enter them in here and it will tell you the search volume for those keywords. We're looking to find new keywords, so we will select Discover New Keywords. As you will see on the next screen, there's 2 options again. Start with keywords or start with a website. Start with a website allows you to enter a domain or a page to help you find keywords, which is a pretty nice feature. However, we're going to start with keywords. So a quick note here. The value you get from the planner is largely based on the information that you enter here, so you want to be strategic about what you type into this field. I certainly recommend to enter the most specific terms you can think of for the products or services that you want to promote. So in this example, I'm going to look to advertise for the service that I offer, which is Google Ads Campaign Management or PPC Agency. So some bad examples of keywords here would be PPC. PPC is a very broad term, and people might be looking for the definition of PPC, they might be looking for informational tutorials, they might not specifically be looking for a PPC expert to manage their campaigns. So a better example would be PPC expert, PPC campaign, PPC marketing agency, outsourced PPC services. Okay, and that will do for now. You may want to enter more. I think you can put up to 10 in if you like, but just for this explanation we're just going to use these 3. So once you've entered your keyword information to the keyword cell, click Get Results, which is down here. Okay, let's remove this. So now we get our keyword research here, and I'll just talk you through each of the different parts of this screen. At the top of the page you'll notice 3 targeting options: locations, language and search networks. Here's what the 3 things mean. Locations. This is the country or countries that you're marketing to. Because I'm in the UK, it's going to show me the search volume for the whole of the UK. I can enter in here multiple countries if I would like. So I can add the search volume for United States if I would like. I can add more countries. I can remove countries. I can add individual towns or cities. London. So I can get the search volume just for London. Manchester. Target there. Or where I'm based is Leeds. And target Leeds. So I can remove London and Manchester. And now I will get the search volume for just Leeds. Language is the languages that I want to target. We speak English here. And finally, search network. So what this means is this is whether or not you want to advertise on Google or Google and their search partners, which would be this option here. The search partners is other sites which include Google search engines or other Google properties like YouTube. For now, we're looking to do a Google search campaign, so I'll keep it just to search Google. So that's all set up. Further down here we have the report into the Google Keyword Research with several columns here. So the first one is keyword, which is a list of all keywords that Google considers most relevant to the keywords that we typed in. We get the average monthly searches, pretty self-explanatory. This tells you how many searches there is a month for that keyword. So for example, outsourced PPC services gets searched 0 to 10 times, whereas PPC expert is searched between 10 and 100 times. Competition. This reflects the number of advertisers bidding on that keyword. So the higher the competition, the more advertisers are bidding on that keyword. This is quite a good indication of how good the keyword might be. For example, if a lot of competitors are bidding on a keyword, it normally means that it's quite a good keyword. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then top of page bid, low range and high range. So this is the cost per click for that keyword. So if you want to bid on the keyword PPC agency, it will cost you between £13 and £31 a click. Don't get put off by high CPC keywords. If competitors are already bidding quite a lot of money for that traffic, it normally means that traffic is quite lucrative. You can scroll to the bottom, it will tell us that we have 110 keywords related to the original keywords that we entered. For example, if we go back up, we entered PPC expert, PPC marketing agency, outsourced PPC services. These three keywords are the keywords that we provided with the search volumes. And here are other keyword ideas. So we've got PPC agency, paid search agency, PPC advertising companies, best PPC agency, paid search company, PPC and digital marketing, and so on. If we scroll further down, we may find a couple of keyword ideas that are not so relevant. So freelance PPC consultant, freelance PPC manager, SEO PPC experts, PPC audit agency. I mean, we can do audits, but really we want to be looking at campaign management here. Bing ad experts. We do Bing, but for this campaign we want to focus on Google Adwords marketing. Real estate PPC companies. So some of these keywords we might not add to our campaign. So what we need to do now is refine our keyword list. To do this, we're going to download and export into Google Sheets and get ready to start refining our keyword list. To download the list of keywords, if we scroll back up to the top here, we can download our keywords here. It will download the report. And now I'm going to import this into a Google Sheet. File, import. Upload this sheet here. Play spreadsheet. Okay. So we don't really need these two top rows here, so we can delete these. It's got a list here for currency. We don't really need that, so we can delete that. The average monthly searches is not here available at the minute, so we can also delete that. And then anything over here, so we've got minimum search volume, maximum search volume, competition, high and low, the top of the page bid low range, top of the bid high range, and then all of these here we don't really need for now, so don't worry about them. We can just delete these. So the next step is sorting my keywords A to Z, which I've done so already. Remove this column. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the list and just delete out any keywords which I don't think are relevant to my campaign. So AdWords expert, that seems fine. AdWords management expert, AdWords PPC agency, consultant, yep, these all seem fine. So average cost for PPC management, this person is looking for the price, which if they're thinking about the price now, that could be quite good. Right, so I've ordered my keywords A to Z to make it easier to review them. Now I'm going to go through and delete out any keywords which I don't think are very relevant to my campaign. So AdWords expert, AdWords management expert, these all seem fine. Consultants, managers, management, agency Google Adwords, yep. And then we're coming through to here, so the Bing ads expert. We do Bing advertising, but I think for now I want to focus on the Google AdWords management, so I'll just delete this keyword from our list. Okay, these freelance keywords, I think they're going to be looking for an individual freelancer to work with. They might want them to come on site, and also, we're trying to target businesses that want to work with other businesses. I think if someone's looking for a freelance PPC specialist, they're either looking to bring them in-house and hire them part-time, which is not what a service that we offer, or there may be somebody with a smaller budget that wants to work with a freelancer rather than a big business. So I'm going to delete those out. Okay, Google AdWords Experts India. We're not in India, so I can delete that one. High expert PPC sounds a little bit weird. Delete that one. Local PPC company, these seem quite good. Low cost PPC management, I'm going to delete that. We don't want to target people that are looking for low cost. Outsourced to us, that's fine. Outsourced. PPC agency in the Midlands, that's not near Leeds, so I'm going to delete that one. The SEO ones, we're just looking to promote our PPC/AdWords campaigns. I'll delete those. PPC in digital marketing, so they don't sound like they're looking for a firm or a company or a service, so I'm also going to delete that out of our list. Pricing, market service, another one for India there, just delete that out. SEO again, some more SEO. Top PPC, white label, not really what I'm looking for at the minute, so I'll delete those out. So my list of over 100 keywords has been refined to around 87. That all seems quite good. So I'm just going to look to make sure we've got rid of all the SEO, which we have. India popped up a few times. That seems to be gone. Okay, that seems much better now. Right, so just a few things here in terms of the different, the way that I look at the different quality of keywords. So these ones here about people looking for the best, normally quite good. Anybody that use things like top 10, best, keywords like that are normally quite good. So there was the best keywords there. We had a top rated here. They're normally quite good keywords to bid on. Depending on what you're selling, people are looking for cheap or affordable things. So if you are offering a service, you don't really want to be selling to people that are looking for a cheap service. But on the flip side, if you are selling products and your products are cheap, you might want to pay for those cheap keywords. So something to think about there. Best, people looking for the best. Which we've got here. We don't want obviously anybody looking for anything free. You can remove all the free keywords. If anybody's looking to download something for PowerPoints and they're looking for information, they're not really looking to buy, so you can remove those keywords. Okay, now that we have our list of keywords, the next step is to organise our keywords into ad groups. Ad groups are groups of keywords that have a related theme. So we'll start to talk you through that now. The first step in this spreadsheet is to add a new column, normally to the left of the keyword, and label that ad group. And now we can start grouping them into separate groups. So looking through here, what I see is I think the first level of grouping will be whether they're looking for AdWords or whether they're looking for PPC services. So I'm going to go text contains AdWords here. And these are all my AdWords keywords. So I'm going to group those together. Another one is PPC. So another one is PPC. Now, so these ones that say AdWords PPC are already grouped into the AdWords group. As AdWords is the most specific keyword in that search term, I'm going to keep that, because PPC could be Bing, it could be social ads PPC, it could be Google PPC. So that's the more broader keyword being used, but AdWords is the most specific. So I'm going to keep this keyword in the AdWords ad group, and then these I will label PPC. Okay. So we have AdWords keywords here, PPC keywords here, and then here is our paid search. I can see, and Google Ads. So that's my groups of keywords there. Okay, the next thing I can see is that a lot of people are looking for experts, companies, agencies, consultants, experts, management, managers. So I'm going to start grouping those keywords together now. So in the keyword column, I'm going to look for all the keywords containing expert. Right, so a little top tip. When creating the ad groups, I normally separate the different levels of grouping by a little hyphen. So just like that, AdWords and then expert. Just like that. It just breaks it up, makes it easy to read and review. Expert. Okay, we had company. Company. Agency. Agency. Okay. There's consultant. And if I remove the filter, I can look at the ones that have already been done. I can see the ones that haven't been done. So management, I'm going to put management and managers together, I think, on this one, because they're fairly similar. Again, if they've already been done, don't worry about them, they're in a group. So for example, this one, Google Adwords Management Agency. This keyword could go in the management ad group or the agency ad group. To be honest, I don't think it matters too much. You just need to commit to one ad group and keep it that way. If you choose to as well, you can always move them at a later date and test them in both ad groups to see which one does better. Okay. So I'm looking down here to see which ones haven't been done. I can see this one needs to be done. So this is company. Put my filter back on. And then looking at keywords that contain the word company. Will do. So this is company and companies. They're fairly similar, so I'll put them together. Okay. Right, we've got outsource PPC. So for this one, I'm actually going to change these to all to be outsourced. That's quite a specific sort of term there. Nice group of keywords together. Right, we've got firm. I may just do this whilst I'm here. Oops. Got some more outsourcing. Agency. Got another firm. Okay, looks like we're done. So now I'm going to just sort my keywords. If I go to data and then custom sort and then go to data and then sort the range. I'm going to sort column A, which is the ad groups, A to Z, and then column B, which is the keywords, A to Z, and then press sort. Now I can see here I've got all my AdWords agency keywords here, my company keywords, my consultants, my experts, AdWords management, like so, Google Ads expert. So if we look at the name of the ad group, we can normally guess what sort of keywords will be in the ad group. So looking at the PPC agency ad group, we have keywords like PPC ad agency, PPC agency, PPC digital agency. I just noticed actually audit agency. I'm probably going to remove, because we're looking to run this campaign to manage people's Google Ads campaigns. It'd be nice to audit campaigns, we do that, but it's not really the focus of this campaign. So I'm actually just going to delete that one also. PPC agency, PPC marketing agency. If we come down to the ad group for PPC firm, you'll see that we have PPC advertising firm, PPC marketing firm, top PPC firms as the keywords. So that's quite nicely organised. Okay, now that we have planned our keywords that we're going to appear for, we have created some ad groups, we now need to create a campaign. To do that, we're going to add another column called campaign. And then quite simply, I'm going to call this campaign AdWords. And then quite often I put the focus of the campaign in the name, so lead generation. So this is our AdWords lead generation campaign, and we'll just drag that down to the bottom. So within the campaign, we're going to have these ad groups. Within this ad group are these keywords. Within this ad group are these keywords. The next steps involve setting what are called match types for the keywords. Before we do that, let's talk about what match types are and how they work. Now that you're armed with a list of keywords, it's important that we discuss another component to how keywords work. Every keyword has the ability to have settings applied to it. These settings are called match types, and they help you control how closely the keyword needs to match a person's search term in order to trigger your ad. Within AdWords, there are 5 main types of keyword options. They're called broad match modifier, phrase match, exact match, and negative match. When you go to add your keywords to an ad group, you'll have the opportunity to select these matching options. We'll be discussing setting these up in your campaigns, but for now, let's talk about what each of these 5 main match types means. Firstly, broad match. So the first match type we're going to discuss is broad match, and by default every keyword is a broad match. This means that your ads show for things that match your keyword or for words that are closely related to your keywords. When you start out, broad match is going to capture the most people, but it might also bring in a lot of irrelevant searches. Let's look at some examples. A broad keyword for women's hats will match for the following search terms: women's hats, drawings of women's hats, women's caps, hats for girls. You can see here how this is very broad. If you try and sell women's hats, you wouldn't necessarily want to be matching for drawings of women's hats per se. The next keyword match type is broad match modifiers, and these are going to be signified in your ad groups by adding a plus sign directly in front of your keyword. You'll see here that I want to add the keyword to Google, I would add plus women's plus hats. By doing this, you're telling Google that the keyword directly following the plus sign has to appear in the user's search query, exactly as targeted. It's also important to note with the broad match modifier keywords that they can still be in any order. Now this might still yield some irrelevant clicks, but it'll get you closer to what you want to appear for. Let's look at some examples. If I added into Google plus women's plus hats as my keyword, I'm going to match with the following: hats for women, drawing of women's hats. Both of these will match, but I will not match for women's caps. The next match type is phrase match type. This is a keyword setting that allows your ads to show only when someone's searches includes the exact phrase of the keyword or close variations of the exact phrase of your keyword with additional words before or after. Whereas with broad match modifier, the words can be in any order. With phrase match, they have to be in the same order. The phrase match keyword, women's hats, will cause your ad to show if someone searches for buy women's hats or women's hats on sale. Exact match. This is where your ads may show on searches that match the exact term or close variations of the exact term. So the example keyword women's hats will only show for the keyword or the search term women's hats. Exact match keywords are signified by the square bracket symbol either side of the keyword. So for example, if you have an exact match keyword which is women's hats, you'll only appear when the search term is women's hats. Now let's round up everything that we've just been through. In the first column you will see the different match types: broad match modifier, phrase match and exact match. In the second column you will see the symbol that has to be shown with the keyword to signify what the match type is. For example, if you want to use a broad match modifier keyword, put a plus before each of the keywords. If you want to have a phrase match type, you put quotation marks either side of the keyword. And if you want exact match, you put the square brackets either side of the keywords. In the third column, you'll see how the keywords look in an AdWords account, with the plus symbols, the quotation marks and the square brackets each signifying the different match types. In the final column, you will see some example searches for each of the match types. For example, women's hats on broad match will show for buy ladies hats. Women's hats on broad match modifier will show for hats for women. Women's hats on phrase match will show for buy women's hats. And finally, on exact match, it will only show when someone searches women's hats. Now, back to building our AdWords campaigns. For the purpose of this video, we're going to use exact match keywords to make sure that we pull in highly relevant traffic related to our keywords. In time, we can open up our best keywords onto phrase match and broad match modifier to pull in more traffic, but for now, we want to tightly control the searches that we appear on. Now that we have developed our understanding of match types, we're going to set the match types for these keywords to exact match. To do that, I will insert a column to the right of the keywords and call it match type. And in there I will enter the match type that I would like this keyword to be. Exact match is what we will use. Like so. Next, we need to set the landing page for our keywords. So if someone searches this keyword and clicks on our ad, where will they land? In AdWords, this is called the final URL. Right, to find the URL, I'm going to go to my website. Go to my Google AdWords management landing page or web page. Copy the URL into here. I'm going to drag that down to there. Okay, now we have our campaign, our ad group, our keyword, our match type and our final URL. We're now going to upload this into AdWords and create our first campaign.